I'm gonna work with you people, yeah. Then I need advice in this list.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
and also, I mean, I am an American citizen, I mean, just in case that my accent throw you thinking about my citizenship, yeah. And anyway, how do I apply for this? I mean, it's
Yeah.
no idea also because they say, oh, they will take you, yeah.
Yeah.
And I mean, I was in the last election, and that was, when I opened
Yeah.
the voter, they say, oh my God, there is no names in here. How
Oh,
come there's no names? Yeah, and I felt like I always felt grateful for being an American,
Mhm.
and I say the only way that I can pay back is by serving,
Mhm.
not in a volunteer
Yeah.
format, like I did in Vermont, and I did it in my town outside New York City, yeah.
Yeah.
And I did it in New York City, but that is in the hospitals with New York City, yeah.
Yeah.
That I was a failure,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. But anyway, but here I am. I don't know if you have any questions for me.
Well, how long have you lived in Albany? I guess is like the
2014.
2014. Yeah.
Mhm.
2013 for me. So.
Oh, well, they were new.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm up on Drake Hill Road.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I am in Stacy Lane.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Lovely.
Yeah.
I don't know, questions or.
So I mean, just procedurally, the select board appoints the planning board, so they would be the ones, and Jim Gruen's he's a selectman's representative to the planning board.
Mhm.
But it's, the pay's not very good.
Oh, God.
We're always looking for people, and you're right, I mean, you look at the last election, there's less and less people involved in town
Mhm.
politics now than there ever has been.
Mhm.
Or office, it's not even really politics.
Yeah, or-
so much
or
just
even-
serving in the office.
Yeah, well, that's what I meant, town civics, and, so it's, anybody that wants to help, we're always happy to have you.
Mhm.
And we're always happy to have someone volunteer to help, I would think.
Mhm.
I don't think the town of Albany would turn anybody away as long as, your intentions are good, so, I mean,
Yeah, the basic process is showing interest. Then, if you're still interested after this, we would just make a recommendation to the select board
Mhm.
to appoint you,
Mhm.
and at their next regular meeting, they would appoint you,
Mhm.
and then you would be an official member of the planning board.
Okay.
what is there
We-
for openings on the planning board right now? Is there?
There were no candidates, is one thing that I tell you, no one.
Well, no, it's appointed, so, technically it's Brian, me, Morris, Jim, and we have and you, so is it an alternate position? I think it would be technically.
Very likely, and or it may be a member position depending on Brian's willingness to get sworn in and
Yeah.
actually come to meetings,
Yeah,
because that has been
yeah.
ongoing. So yeah, there's the planning board here in Albany is a 5-member board with 2 alternates.
Mhm.
And so, and Morris started doing alternate as well, just as a way to observe and kind of learn.
Mhm.
And then if one of the 5 board members is absent, you would just be appointed for that night to serve the board for any voting procedures or whatever happens. Otherwise, if the full 5 members are present, the alternates are
Yes.
coming to meeting and sitting and can participate and everything, but in a vote, they don't vote unless one of the 5 members is absent and the alternate is appointed for the night.
Well, that gave me more confidence to start because it's not like a jumping in the pool right away,
Yeah.
Catching the waves in here, yeah.
Yeah. Alternate is a great place to start.
Yeah. And I mean, I started with one condition that somebody advised me
I
what to do with this list, yeah?
That would be-
Yeah.
yeah.
I didn't know what to do with that list either.
Oh, well, I'm very happy that I belong to your club, yeah, yeah. But anyway, then I have another question. Can you guys repeat your names again,
Oh,
please?
yes. So Sean Wadsworth,
Yeah,
Morris West.
Morris West,
Curtis Coleman.
Coleman, okay.
Coleman.
And Jim Druin.
Jim, and the last name?
Druin,
Droin, how do you spell that?
Druin.
Okay, D-R-O-U.
Sean's
Oh.
also
it's up there in
typed
small
those a
print,
little bit.
but
I mean, I am very happy that I do think I can read from here to there. Very, very happy, I am flattered,
yeah.
yeah. Anyway,
Yeah, so if you're interested, we can recommend for the select board to appoint you
okay,
as an alternate.
okay,
So that
yeah,
sounds great to me.
Yeah.
yeah. And now you do this.
Yeah, and I'll point you to which one. They have some very the introductory ones.
Yeah, yeah.
The basic, the very basics, which really we should all go to again and again and again.
Does the planning board has a bylaws?
Yes, that was the bylaws.
The rules and regulation that I
rules,
do
yes.
have, I mean.
It's
yeah.
all online, so our
Well, I would, yeah, I will get all that to you too. There is
Yeah.
a swearing in oath. There is a gosh, I'm forgetting all the stuff, but there is a
But the
Rules of
limits, you know,
procedure.
rules procedure, well, the
Yes.
rules procedure, I imagine that is the same that what is the name of the famous person that,
oh Robert's rules.
yeah, no,
It's not exactly no.
yeah,
but
well.
similar. Yeah.
But I am interested in like, you know, if there is a conflict between neighbors or the limit, like this person is looking to transfer, you know, divide the two lots into different sizes,
Mhm.
what is the procedure for that? There is regulation about that.
Yep.
I mean, it's I like to know, you know, you know, what are my rules,
Yes.
yeah,
Yeah, I will get you all that kind of baseline information
Mhm.
for what you're signing up for.
Mhm.
And yes, there is conflict of interest
Mhm.
and the expectation for people to recuse themselves when they have a conflict of interest, whether they're a neighbor or
Mhm.
stand to benefit monetarily or
Yeah.
in some way from something that's happening before the planning board.
Mhm.
And I'm sure I'm forgetting a few other things, but
You know, all the
Get-
regulations are online, are on our website, so the master plan, the subdivision,
Yeah.
and then the
Yeah.
zoning
Yeah.
regulations are all there, so.
and the planning board is the land use board, and it is in charge of processing and regulating the everything except residential, basically. So commercial, commercial businesses for site plan review, subdivision developments, boundary line adjustments. Anything land use that is not residential is what the planning board is doing. So
Yeah.
that's the long and short of it, I guess.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, we'd welcome you, or I would welcome you. I don't know.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Now, do we need to make an official vote or just on that, like first and second and make a vote on it or just?
We can. I think we can also just recommend.
We just.
I think we can just recommend. Yeah, we have consensus. So yeah.
Yeah,
All
okay.
right.
Well, thank you very much.
Yeah, thank you,
yeah,
Amalia.
yeah. I hope that I can serve well to my town.
Yes, I'm sure you will. Look forward to it.
Are you gonna mark the courses in this paper? Because I mean, it's so many, you know, I mean,
Yeah, I will send you the whatever the latest introductory thing is, and that would be the one to sign up for. So I'll get that to
Okay.
you.
okay.
Yeah.
Okay,
So you
well,
don't have to worry about that list so much.
okay, thank
I'll
you.
point you in the right direction.
Okay.
Yeah.
Anyway, thank you very much.
Yeah.
And have a good evening.
Thank you.
Yeah, yeah. Bye.
Right.
Aye.
Yeah, so to be determined about Brian's status, mostly on his end.
Yeah, I don't know. I know his wife works at night sometimes, so it
Yeah.
might be difficult, but I don't know much. I'll ask him.
Thank you, that would be great. What else? Had correspondence from Kelly. Did everyone get this email about towns having a state RSA for towns to vote to control the speed limits in their town? I'll read it out. And I'll forward it to you. As some of you may or may not know, Sean Watson presented a resolution at town meeting on March 12th asking the town to pursue the possibility of lowering the speed limit on Route 16 through Albany. There is a Senate bill, SB 471, that will allow towns to make the request for lowering speed limits on unimproved rural highways down to 45 miles per hour. That Senate bill is heading to the committee hearing at 10:40 on Tuesday, April 23rd, tomorrow. Testimony from residents of Albany is important. I placed the link on the Albany website homepage. Let's see if it's here. Oh, here it is. Yeah, Senate Bill 471, New Hampshire House of Representatives, where you can go and support or not support the bill. I could believe you can do this right up to the hearing tomorrow. You can also attend the hearing in person, room 203 of the Legislative Office building. So, FYI correspondence, if you want to comment to the state on that. I certainly plan to.
So down to 45 is what they'll allow?
That's what Kelly's
Yeah,
email
the
said.
bill gives them an opportunity, to have that option at 45, where right now they don't have that option. But it still has to meet all the specs and
Yeah,
it's still their final decision, but it gives them that option to.
a pathway for
Yeah,
municipalities
it
to
gives a pathway, yeah.
form.
Right now, we don't have, we could ask it, but they don't have that pathway, so
Yeah,
this will give them that.
yeah.
Is it the Department of Safety that does that?
I believe it is, yeah.
All right. So let's see. Select board report and welcoming James Druin to the planning board, regretfully accepting Kelly's
Yeah.
resignation, whatever. Changing of the guard.
Changing of the guard, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, we figured where he took the chair and I would take on some other things
yeah,
and learn it as I go.
yeah. Good, great. Thank you.
Yep.
Anything select board in particular to report?
Not at this point, I guess. There's
Yeah.
nothing, other than the speed limit thing is the biggest thing going on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is there a meeting date set for the one we're gonna host?
There is not a date set yet.
Yeah. Still working on it.
Still working on it, yeah.
Alright. Okay. That's all I got really. I don't know.
I don't have anything.
Anyone else?
Nope.
Anything?
I guess my question is, the legal issues that we're worried about with HEB and the Habitat for Humanity. Where are we going, cause like they pointed out, the wording is somewhat vague, and like you pointed out though, the most conservative is the way you go
Yeah.
on the wording.
Yeah.
But have we spoken to anybody and gotten any feedback?
Yeah, so I sent the kind of general stuff to New Hampshire Municipal, their attorneys, and to North Country Council. And from both of their feedback, it was clear that what they're asking for, they should be going to the ZBA. And that the proper path, actually, in this case and in many cases, is if a applicant is applying for something that the ordinances don't allow, the proper path is to go to the ZBA first, get the variance, then come to the planning board with the variance in hand and go through the process with the planning board, and then however that shakes out. The case where they're going for an appeal usually derives from something else, an administrative decision that they're contesting, the applicant's contesting. But the proper process in this case, and in many cases, is to recognize up front what you want doesn't match our ordinances. So if you want to try to go for that, it's foolish to come to the planning board first, because you're just going to get a no. Go get the variance first, and then go through the process with the planning board. So New Hampshire Municipal and North Country Council advised that, so that's the path we followed. We didn't go directly to town council yet, because the cheap and free options, or the already paid for options, were the first line of inquiry.
Yep.
Yeah. So yeah, the ball's in their court. Waiting to see. We'll see. Yeah. All right.
I'll make a motion to adjourn.
I'll second.
All those in favor?
Alright.
Motion carries. Thank you.
Thanks.